ready.
What's going on, boys and girls, and welcome to another live chat with the boys on Junkyard Breaks.
That was my Cradle of Filth, Danny Filth impression.
Oh, very nice. How's everybody
That's
doing?
It's a bit of a deep cut.
Sorry, it's been. Has it been 2 weeks or no? We
2
went.
weeks.
We went.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 weeks.
2 weeks. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Happy
I'm lovely.
holidays. Happy New
Yeah.
Year.
Rolling into the new year.
Yeah. Did you guys get anything good? Any comic stuff?
I bought a little collection on.
I got nothing.
On Monday.
Yeah.
I'm actually processing it right now. So one of Jimmy and I's friends is from childhood still has his collection.
Oh, nice.
So lots of good $10 to $20 books in there, and then he has a really nice. So we made a deal on everything sans the X-Men 266, and then he asked if I cleaned it and pressed it and got it graded and sold it, that we could just make a deal on splitting the profits of that. So so that'll be coming across your doorstep at some point here in the near future. I think it's actually, I don't know that there's anything that's not pressable on it. That's really nice. It's a direct, but yeah, it's remarkably clean. Yeah.
Very cool.
So tons of X-Men books.
I did get something, actually.
I got this.
Got a set of die.
Oh, nice. Remember I told you about this? This is a really good book, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I would
That's
definitely
the
recommend a
guide?
copy. What's that?
That's the one that CGC sells. The guide.
Yes. Not to mention just the pedigree list that we talked about.
Yeah.
But the breakdowns of what is a 3.5, what is, and so on and so forth. Like you could see visually.
I mean, I love that. Are
Really,
they using their own book?
Yeah, that's a great question. They also have a really cool index on enhancements and like the grading thing on. So this is the gradings based on the defect. So if you have, it's really cool. So if you have like a missing cover, and then it's like it could get no more than like that.
Wait, does it talk about time period too? Like, does time period have any impact on how that, like, does
Yes.
a golden age book suffer less boxing
So
than
there's a section right here that says Marvel chipping. So Marvel chipping has little to no impact up until like a 5, and then it greatly impacts anything higher than that.
Okay.
So which is pretty cool. What's up, Joe? Happy New Year, brother.
What's water damage? What does it say about?
That's a great question.
Because I recently posted photos of those what do you call it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Spider-Woman ones that I got, and I got some great feedback, but there was definitely some people who had differing opinions, like, and it was like 4 full grades. Like somebody was like, oh, it's no more than a 5, and then this other guy's like, great pictures. This is, you could
Oh
still
no,
get,
CGC hates water staining. You're not getting over a 7 ever with a water stain.
no. The first guy said no more than a 5, a 5.0.
Yeah.
And then the other guy was like,
Also depends on how bad it is too.
He's like, these are pretty clean books, and that's pretty small water stain. He's like, I think you could still get a 7 or a 7.5 with the damage. Now
here
I wouldn't
it says stain. Stains in general greatly impacted down to a 2.5. So then it depends on the severity.
Sure.
So there is no green for all the way to a 0.5, which means that it impacts definitely. So staining's bad. Missing a piece of the cover is bad. Yeah. Oh, I see.
They found a girl for you.
They found a girl for me. Oh. Should I put this user in timeout?
Yes.
Hide
Hey, you
users
guys
on the
keep turning
screen.
into robots,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to restart the router real quick. I'll be back.
Oh no.
Oh, all right. No problem. But yeah, you know what, Jay, I would recommend this for you, man.
Yeah, I mean,
You should probably
I
get
think
one. It's a
I
nice
think I need
little.
to get something like that. I think that's the one thing that I'm still really kind of lacking is, I mean, obviously it's easy to identify something that you think is in the nines, right? Like no visible, discernible things,
Yeah, but
a spine tick or two spine ticks.
but
All your
yeah.
pages, no water stain. It's a good wrap. Like staples are tight. Like those things are a little bit easier, but I really have trouble looking at a book that's in like that 4 to 6.5 range and really knowing, like feeling confident about what it's going to come back.
That's always like when I try to sell stuff on eBay, I pretty much have it down within like a 1.5 of a grade of what I think it's gonna be, and then I
Okay.
always go towards the low end so like if I think it's a 5.5, I'll just say it's a 4.
Yeah.
Just because I just want to be fair, and I've gotten pretty good compliments on like my grading for eBay, so I know I'm kind of in the ballpark, and I tend to grade low just because I want to be fair.
Yeah.
Um, but I have it pretty nailed down between like a grade and a half, so I can send something to CGC, and unless they mess with it, I can
Sure.
say I think this is going to be a 4 or a 5, like four,
Yeah.
4, 5, 4. You know what I mean? Like somewhere in there.
Yeah. And I always feel confident selling on eBay because I don't I don't discern, like I don't give it a grade, but I utilize my 12 pictures and
Yeah.
make sure they're all super high resolution. And
Yeah.
I literally note defects that are visible, like that I see.
Yeah.
roughly 5 to 7 spine ticks, 3 color breaking,
Yeah.
light corner crunch on lower inside,
Yeah.
um, lower, or I'm sorry, bottom of spine on front cover, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I make sure I notate all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. When you get, I feel like 9.8, 9.6, 9.4 are the easiest ones to grade until it gets in their hands, and then who knows what. But like, I mean, I could never spot a 9.9. They're so
Sure.
strict.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't know. I would never gamble on that. But I think I'm pretty good at picking out 9.8s, 9.6s, 9.4s, and then I think when you get below a 9.4 to the 9.2, 9.0, 8.0, 8.5 range,
Hmm.
then I think it's just a matter of like being like a crease here, just a tiny thing here,
Sure.
or it doesn't take much to drop something down to an 8.5.
No.
So it's weird.
Yeah. The other thing I think is really difficult too is how they treat a manufacturing defect versus something that's you know like like I've heard kind of a wide array of opinions too, from a lot of like respected content creators about what they're saying. "Oh, this is not going to be impact the
Yeah,
grade.
I always take that into account.
I think you have
I
to like.
can't I can't I can't say that CGC will just overlook it, because who knows, they're going to get some young person looking at moderns and they're ultra strict on moderns, and what should be a manufacturing defect, they're just what they
Well,
like.
look my Star Trek one, right? Like it had that print, that
Well,
print.
I spotted that one. I didn't think you were ever going to get over a 9.0, say, because of that blue defect.
But what I'm saying is like that's most definitely a print defect, even if it's like a one off. Like because there was ink on the print head or something like.
Right, but
I'm
that would most certainly discern it from a 9.8,
sure,
without
sure,
that blue
sure,
defect. But yeah,
right.
I get you.
I just the ones that they choose to say this is a defect that will impact the grade versus this is a printing defect that won't impact the grade. Like
Yeah.
there are some known printing defects, and at least people say people say they don't impact the grade.
Well, let's just take for instance the Black Cat book. That little yellow bar, very nice. I love me the Jubilee. I'm still buying those for under $30.
Yeah.
I love that book. But yeah, like that Black Cat book with the yellow bar in the top right corner,
Sure.
like that's impacted a good amount of books enough where it's not gonna take you down.
Well, yeah, I mean, they consider it like almost a print error. Now people pay a premium for that.
People are playing, but are they worth a premium? That's like
So I,
something.
I, I don't think so because
No,
I
I
came
think
from
that's
a printing
yeah,
background. Like,
that's
uh,
community manufactured. It's not real.
I also hear a lot of really funny things about people who don't know about anything about like offset printing or
Hmm.
or any kind of physical printing that they're like, well, this is what happens. It's like, no, that's not something that happens
No.
on a printing press.
Yeah.
Like these things are
Yep.
printed in four-color process color, just like a freaking newspaper would.
I've been grabbing a bunch of these.
Oh, nice.
This
Is
is
that's the variant of number two?
it's the Hulk variant number 2, uh
First true appearance, right?
the first the first true appearance of Red Hulk, yeah. But
Yeah, but
this is the 1 in 20 variant. Nice. Nice
here's
gambit.
this. Like, I don't know that there's actually any color breaks. There's a couple dimples, but it's like got a freaking gorgeous wrap. The color's really good.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you see these like cut really wonky on the top, but this is
No,
dead
it's pretty
straight.
nice.
So,
Yeah, no, it's a good copy.
um,
I didn't get much else. Did you get anything?
yeah, I bought this collection, which is 100 books. Like I said, primarily X-Men. It's all 90 stuff, 80s and 90s stuff. So, I got this a bunch of the books you want to get in that X-Men run. Got those Psylocke books. Got multiple copies of First Bishop.
Happy New Year,
Um,
Faust.
got the Jubilee. What's up, Faust? And but the cool thing I stopped at I got the Midnight Suns
Yeah.
books.
Yep.
You want to get and stuff like that. But I stopped on the way to pick up Jimmy and I's mom for uh, for New Year's. I just bought 12 books and at a
What?
comic shop of all
Oh yeah,
places.
you said.
I mean, they had
Yeah,
great
hundreds.
spawns. So this was $10. This was by far the most I spent on any book. Then they
Yeah.
had a bunch of early spawns for $4 a piece, and these are stupid clean. So 101, 106. I was hoping there was like
Angel or a
a news.
gunslinger, yeah.
Yeah, I was certainly hoping there was like a newsstand in here too because
Yeah.
they definitely came from a collection.
Uh,
Um,
How did a comic shop let those go?
I don't know. They priced them, and
Hey
they were
Richard,
new.
Happy New Year.
They were new because I'd been in there like I don't know 3 months ago,
Yeah, yeah.
and so they had all these at $3.99 a piece.
Ah, so maybe when you get to spend some more time there, you dig deeper. Or did you go
Yeah.
through everything?
No, I mean I didn't have time to go through everything.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of the Donny Cates Venoms in the 99-cent bin too, so
Yeah,
I
why
got
not?
that one 8, and then this one has a little color rub, but they had 7 in the 99-cent bin, so pick that up. Um,
That's
got
the
a
Eddie Brock one? I mean, not the Eddie Brock,
yeah,
the his son?
Dylan Brock.
Dylan
Yeah.
Brock, yeah.
Then got a really nice copy of
Oh,
Lost
yeah.
Years for $1.99. This I also got for $1.99. Really nice second
Oh,
print,
the second print of Silver Sable, nice.
and it was like crazy that this was in a
Yeah.
shop
I love those
bin.
second prints. That one in Carnage, like I grab them, or even the yeah, why not?
$1.99. And then this one was either 99 cents or it was also $1.99. It's the newsstand of issue 13, which this book is actually commanding some money because people love the cover, and it's basically an homage of an homage of an homage to himself. But people love that cover, so another book that's
I would love to get the rainbow of that. I've never even had a chance to get the platinum.
the oh yeah. Have you even seen? I'm sure you've seen the platinum.
I
Oh,
never. I
right?
don't think I ever seen the platinum. I've seen the gold
Really?
a few times. I've never seen the platinum.
Yeah, I've obviously had the silver many times, had the regular one newsstand.
Yeah.
I think I've even had the silver newsstand, um, and I've had the gold. But the gold's like what, like a $40 book or something like that?
I even think that might be pushing it. They printed a lot of them. Even
So then,
even though
yeah,
the variants, there's still a lot of them. But the platinum,
yeah,
I think, is a low run. But even
yeah,
when we say low run, was it 6,000?
yeah. But the newsstands and that get a considerable
Yeah.
bump.
Our Faust has the gold. I've never owned it.
Okay.
That's nice.
I really actually I kind of equate those books and actually the majority of the books that I got from this collection, like if you think about Spawn One, right?
Hmm.
Spawn One, there's like 3 million of them printed, but it still commands, commands in high grade like $35, $40 raw,
Yeah,
you
sure.
know. And my friend was asking me, he's like, well, like aren't these just like junk wax baseball cards? And I was like, well, they're the equivalent in the time period, but like you can't compare them because junk wax baseball cards, there might be 40 million of like
Well,
there is in
actually, so somebody asked me
yeah,
in one of my videos, and I did actually do a lookup. So in and we I guess we would say it starts in 88, right? 88's like the worst.
yeah, some people
So
consider 87, but 87 cards still hold
so I
value.
did I did the research. There's only 750,000 per card in the 87 base set. It goes up to 1 million in 88. It goes up to 2 million in 89, and then in 90 and 91 it goes to 2.5 million per card. Then it
I
dropped. Like Dunruss actually said enough's enough. We're overprinting. We're killing the market. And Dunruss actually said we're only going to print 450 per base card in 94. So they went back and printed less
there's no way that's true though. There's no way that's true. 450,000, you mean, of each
per
base card?
per card.
I still don't believe
So
that's
like
true.
now,
Like
well,
if you look at Donruss Elite, right? Those are from 92, 93, and 94, right?
don't forget
There
though, Donruss
there's 10,000 of those, and you
don't
have people that buy two cases and don't get a single one of them.
right. So
So
I read an article from 1994, and the reason why they went down was because Donruss was also printing Leaf, and they were printing Studio, and they were printing another set too. So it's the first time they were printing four sets in one year. So the Donruss flagship, they only printed 450 because they knew they were killing their own marketplace.
yeah, I would, I don't believe your research is faulty, but I would call
This is
not
this is a
I
newspaper
would call
article.
I would call BS on that because like if there's anything I'm good at, it's basic math, and I can tell you if something there's 10,000 of something and it's virtually impossible to get even if you buy multiple cases, which yields like 5 to 7,000 actual cards, and you don't get one of these things, and there's still 10,000 of those. It's a simple mathematics problem at that. You just extrapolate it out and you realize
I'll send
how
you the
many
article.
billion.
I'll send you the article.
Yeah, no, like I said, I don't disbelieve you, but I think their information
Well,
is
it so also what that article had said too was what
maybe
Dunruss had
maybe
come out
the
and said
zero.
was unheard of. They never released their print runs. It's
Yeah,
basically unknown what the actual print runs are, and for Dunruss to just say here is our print runs was unheard of. Like nobody
yeah.
had ever done it before.
I think maybe
So
maybe they just when they sent the email they just forgot a zero at the end of the thing.
well, 94 is also the
4.5 million of each base card, not
94
4.
is also the tail end. Happy New Year, Michael. Is also the tail end of them trying to course correct the oversaturation. Like this is, Jeter came out. There's some big stars finally. Because don't forget, there's between 93 and 88, there are no really big rookies except for Griffey.
Between when and when?
Between 88 and 93. Like
I mean,
you're catching Piazza, Chipper, and I don't know, Carlos Delgado on the tail end of '93.
you got John Schmaltz, you got
But
Tom Glavine. I mean,
that's what I mean.
you got
No
Randy Johnson. You got like
nobody.
dude.
No, Jason, listen to yourself. Nobody's buying those cards. Nobody's buying a Randy Johnson rookie.
Right.
I can give you a Randy Johnson 89 upper deck as his best rookie. I could buy it for $1.
No, I understand what you're saying, but like, right, you can say no hobby stars, not no
Well,
stars. I mean, Randy
that's
Johnson's
the point.
one of the
The collect
20 most dominant pitchers
Well,
in
yeah,
Major League
no,
History.
that's my point.
And,
My point is, as far as collectability, between
right.
88 and 93,
Sure, yeah, they were stars.
there's the 1989 Griffey rookie, and then there's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, even Chipper's best card is worth
Chipper's
like
best card is $3.
Yeah,
You know,
as a base card at least.
Tom Glavine is the best card in 88 tops. It's a 10-cent rookie.
Yeah, and 88 down the best.
Well, I think the Alomar goes for more in 88 Donruss. There's no Alomar in base set at 88 tops. You got to get
Really?
the traded.
He looks like that looks like a freaking mug shot too. His Alomar's 88.
I mean, but the same thing. So
Why?
the same thing goes for 89. So you got the Biggio rookie, the Sheffield rookie. Who else is?
I think
there?
we're going to lose people if we don't stop talking about
cards.
1980s baseball rookies.
Oh, I'm just saying though that I'm just saying the collectability. But
Yeah,
this
I
is
get it.
this
I
is
think- I agree with that.
this is a Spawn conversation, and like Rafaust had said too, anything Todd McFarlane is now very collectible.
Sure, yeah.
And it all started with him signing books at CGC.
How? I don't. I still don't understand how Spawn is like as big as it is. Have you ever read a Spawn comic book? It's the dopiest
So
written book I have ever seen before in my life.
So
and
you
these
guys-
knuckleheads will
You know,
die on that hill.
I got a poop story. Like, so in the bathroom currently is a Spawn Omnibus Volume 1. That is my poop story. It's unreadable. It's god awful. I thought, because I had never really read Spawn, I thought, all right, I'm going to get to Angela. She's like a Spawn killer. It's going to be cool. Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
And even after McFarlane stopped writing it and other writers came in,
Yeah.
it was still just dumb.
It's dumb. It's really bad.
How long did he even write it? Like 20 issues or something like that?
I don't know how long he wrote it for, and I don't even know how long he drew for it, too, because that wasn't long either.
Well, I don't even think he might get to issue 50, but like he and Capullo started doing like covers
Capullo-
together too.
They were doing them
And-
together. They were alternating. And then Capullo took over, and then McFarlane basically was there, and he'd do like a cover every now and then. But yeah, and that's
And I think he would come in and write from time to time. And I think
Yeah,
the
maybe.
new incantation of things he wrote like the first issue or something.
But also, I think McFarlane had a hand in Gunslinger and all those storylines.
Right,
He probably
right.
did like 3 issues and then dropped out and turned it over to somebody else. Like, I got to look on that, but it sounds about right.
I can tell
But
you
yeah,
what,
it's
as
dopey.
far as,
It's
As
dope.
far
It's
as
bad.
as far as a toy company though, like you gotta respect what that man has done. Like
sure.
I've been at a lot of vintage shops of late, and you see early
Yeah.
McFarlane toys versus what they're producing now. And you're like, man, they really made these incremental changes over the course of
Well,
30 years.
Not only that, if you know the story behind it, he was buying up all the best toy sculptors in the world. He was grabbing them all. Like, he basically, anybody who was making action figures at the time, like half the guys that I've taken sculpting classes with were all poached by Todd McFarlane. And they were put on either the sports line or the horror line or the Spawn line, and that's where they were there and just put to work, and they did amazing stuff. Casey
What's
Love,
the story
that was-
behind him starting it though? Wasn't it like nobody would either A, nobody would take on his stuff, or B, they wouldn't do it the way he wanted to, so he's like, I'll just do it myself.
I don't know. I don't know if that's it, or he just took the George Lucas approach. He's like, if I make the money for the merchandising, I'm gonna make out like a bandit. He did.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's like, I mean, I read some quotes like why would I, why would I pay somebody else to create my business if I can do it myself or something like that? I think it's a little bit of both of what you said, but like for sure, a lot of what Chris said, like, maybe it wasn't trusting, but other than that, it was definitely like, well, nobody's gonna care about this as much as I care about
Right.
this.
And nobody's going to do it to my specs for a reasonable price.
Also,
Yeah,
you got to think too. Like, when did Spawn Toys, McFarlane Toys, jump on the scene? I don't think action figures was really big back then. Because when did Episode 1 come out for Star Wars? That was late 90s, 99.
Yeah, Power of the Force
90,
was 96.
Well, the action figures.
Well, the re-release of the action figures was 95, 96.
And when was Episode 1?
Episode 1 would have been 99.
99. That's what I thought. So McFarlane didn't really start making toys, and I know I was alone. I moved out. So it had to be in the late 90s.
That is the saddest way you could have said that.
No,
because that's where I was started buying all the horror toy lines. I had them all over my house. Like my house was decorated in those things.
I'm fairly certain that I was still in high school when the first wave of Spawn figures came out.
Yeah, that was before. I'm saying like
released in '92, so and it was relatively quick on the scene. It wasn't like he waited 6 years to get the first Spawn figures out. So.
Yeah, Rafaust is asking the question that I was kind of alluding to.
Early 90s?
There weren't a lot of action figures. So, like, if he were to license it out to, say, Kenner or Mattel or whatever, there were only, like, three games in town. So he's
I completely agree.
Probably saw the writing on the wall, and he's like, I'll do it myself. I got enough money.
Right. There was probably some, like... The heyday of action figures was subsiding because you had this huge surge in video game systems and stuff like that. I mean, Sega was releasing a new system like every year. It seemed like.
But even then, you're talking about like a 5th generation Transformer that's ended up in like the KB Toys dollar bin. Same with.
There would have been Turtles. Yeah.
Turtles.
Like Chris is saying, there would have been
G.I. Joe, maybe.
Yeah, G.I. Joe is still around.
Yeah, but it would have been like a fraction of what it was, from 84 to 88 kind of thing, right?
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, that was a Todd McFarlane tangent.
I think people enjoy. I mean, maybe people don't enjoy the tangents, but I know Jimmy doesn't enjoy.
No, Jimmy
doesn't enjoy that top 10 tangent,
So what now?
I think I've now gotten my 15th.
Yeah, I got so many of those now. They're back to giving them away. They're like, all right, Omega Red's not happening. Maybe an animated version.
You can definitely still get like $25 for a nice copy, but yes, you're not getting $125 for.
You think there's a possibility you see him in Deadpool 3?
I don't know.
Let's start the rumors now. Maybe we'll pump the X-Men 4 market.
Here's the thing, and I think I said this in the last thing. I think what we're going to see in 2023 is you're going to have people who have money to spend are certainly going to go after big books because they're down in price. And then your average collector, I think, is going to just step back and run stuff, big, books for their runs. They're going to be spending $50 and getting $30 or $50.
Have you noticed the thing that I've been noticing is that everybody is nostalgizing on the 60s cartoon first appearance Dell comics?
Oh, no, yeah.
I've been noticing that wave coming, even like that first like Wonder Mud and Flintstones and
dude, I was really hoping that I would be able to buy another year before people started actually seeking those things out.
Yeah.
Because I would love to be able to find a Scooby-Doo book, and
I'm seeing a lot of younger people right now from like just the Discord groups that I'm in are really getting into the post the Star Comics stuff, like Royal Roy, and
that's what I started buying a lot of Star Comics 2 years ago. Heathcliff and Alf and Smurfs and Fraggle
all that
Rock
stuff
it's all good, I think.
These kids are going to like these like dirt holes and picking them up and thinking that they found gold. I'm like, I didn't realize that they cared.
I think they're all just following the yellow brick road. Everybody else, like, they're just now. It's just what is it? Simon Says,
right?
You know, I'm gonna do this, so everybody else do this.
And
And key collect.
was saying,
Oh yeah.
also saying that he's still getting outbid people spending money on early FFs on eBay. They were raw, Faust, or graded books.
Bronze FF. Yeah, Richard had some that we sold. They were a little. The blisters were brown.
Oh, I remember. I saw them.
Yeah. You saw them.
Those were cool.
Yeah, I think we got what they were worth, like in the condition they were in. Leg. Yeah, I was looking at the list. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Top 10?
7 on the top 10, and one book that I've been trying to. I'm too late on. I hate it that I'm too late on it.
It's not a good week for me in the top 10 for sure. I think it was a better week for me in the runners up, but it was not a good week.
The runners up list went on and on. That was like holy crap.
The runners up book list, there was like 80 books on it.
80 books. It kept going on, and it's still like I don't know where these guys are finding like Golden Age in the wild. I mean, I know Crumbs you did, but I'm not seeing Golden Age in the wild at all.
I am
every video I see on YouTube, a guy walks up to a table. He's like, "You got any Golden Age horror?" I was like, "Really?"
Dude, before I found that EC collection, every time I'd log on Whatnot, somebody'd be like, "Any pre-code horror?"
Yeah, pre-code horror. Pre-code horror.
I said, "Can you afford to buy pre-code horror?" Like,
yeah. Do you want it for $1?
Yeah, like why can't you start your bids at $1?
Yeah.
I also think it's really funny when like if you see like some of these like yard sale channels and they ask something like, now most of these guys don't do this, but like if they ask something like, "You got any pre-code horror?" I was like, if you asked that coast and they said yes, wouldn't they already know a little bit about what they have if they know it's called pre-code horror?
Yeah,
right.
But that's fine, I guess. If you might still be able to get it for a deal, but yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, but you're not getting it for $5.
You're not getting it for $5. No.
Like, for instance, I had our finance guy at work the other day, and he asked me for our Teams channel. He's a bit of a robot, but he asked us through our Teams channel if essentially were we ready to discontinue our Salesforce our license, right? But he said are you using this instance or can it be decommissioned? And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, are you asking me if it's okay to cancel this particular seat on our Salesforce license? And then he said the same thing. He's like, "Jeez. I'm asking about the instance, whether the instance can be decommissioned." I was like, they decommission battleships. They just cancel Salesforce.
I find that a lot of young people out there are pretty robotic in the way they talk. Like it's just so like learned in a book. Like you have to speak this way, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
You're not going to get the conversation finished.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have the one-on-one interaction on a regular basis.
On a regular basis, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
they just don't.
No.
This is way more personal than most of what we get at work now.
Yeah, right.
That's
why we seem so so vulgar and brash. Yeah, right.
You're vulgar.
No, to them we seem very very brash.
Yeah,
and it's because we've had to speak to people face to face our whole lives.
All right, let me pull in the top 10. We'll go over those real quick.
Damn kids!
Good work in the chat tonight. There's some good action going on.
Good action.
Ralph says 3. Christopher, you got anything this week?
I got that set of die, which was pretty cool.
I still have to read that.
Oh, in the top 10? Yeah, that's why I picked it up. I got it on Whatnot. I got 1 through 8 for $5.
Jason, so die is basically like Jumanji, like people get sucked into a game.
Yeah, it's like RPG, D&D style.
Yeah. Pretty cool premise. I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but that's one I definitely want to read.
I started the first issue earlier this afternoon, and I like it. It's a lot more wordy than most comics. There's a lot of narrative going on, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Who was the publisher on that?
I
Image.
believe it was Image,
It's
and I
Image.
think it's written by Kieran Gillian, so it's going to be decent.
Yeah, it's from. I mean, what little I have read. I was waiting for the first trade, never got it, but I plan on getting around to that one.
Well, Christopher, you're a big Gillian guy, right? Like,
I do enjoy him, thanks to the Star Wars.
Do you enjoy?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you enjoy his entire catalog?
I celebrate his entire catalog. Yes.
Celebrate his entire catalog.
Why should I change my name? He's the one that sucks.
Oh, yeah.
If you hate them, man, why don't you just change your name?
Tried Whatnot first time. Yeah, the shipping is killer. I remember as a seller, I felt bad because even like every action figure was like $3.50 per action figure.
So wait, can you not do combined shipping?
So you can. So what it does is it'll be $3.50 for the first action figure and 50 cents per extra
figure
action
after.
figure. But
And-
it adds up when you buy 10 action figures and you're paying like $20 shipping. It's it
Yeah,
adds
but if
up.
the thing that I do is when I'm on there and somebody, I list everything, so I let people look and they'll ask, like, can you bundle, these 4? Sure.
Yeah.
And the shipping comes significantly down on that.
Well, yeah, but you're supposed to put in a weight. So when you bundle the 4, you're supposed to put in the weight of the 4 instead of the weight of the 1.
Well, what
Are
I
you-
usually do is I'll bundle after they buy their initial one, and then I won't charge
Yeah.
shipping any after that.
Gotcha.
Well, do you use their shipping? Is that how it works?
You have
Yeah,
to.
you have to.
Oh, okay.
They make all the money on the shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you buy your label direct from them.
They give you a label and you just print it.
Yep.
How?
So
And
it's
they-
that's what I mean.
They
So
take.
when you add an item, you put in like I'm putting in X action figure. It weighs this much, and they,
Yeah, but do you also have to tell them what package you're sending it in and how
Yeah.
and the dimension?
you
Mhm.
do. You kind of what is it, Chris? It's like small, medium, large, extra large.
Yeah, they have
It's
like
a-
preset
yeah.
settings.
So basically, you say like this is a medium item. It weighs half a pound, and they.
But here's the
it's
thing: I know
shipping.
how all that works.
I was gonna say,
They are-
Christopher, you freaking work for UPS. Like,
yeah,
understand,
right.
like,
What
and,
they
and
have
I was gonna get
I
there.
did the UPS shipping for my parents for like 18 years of their business. So like, I mean, it's been a long time, but like dimensional weight and all that stuff, like you have to have some understanding of that.
Well, the fact of the matter is that they're sending everything, first class. So they probably have and you can't upgrade it from what I understand. It's like you have to send it however it is they want to send it. And the way it works is they have an account, they have a bulk account, and because they generate millions and millions of dollars, they are literally paying like pennies for each label. So ultimately, they are making money off of the Whatnot buyers on shipping, on top of taking 10% from the seller.
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
They got a good racket going on.
Whatnot's doing all right. So is CGC. Now that they got a contract with FedEx, which is a freaking disaster.
Horrible.
Even talking to CGC people since, after like crack cases and stuff, they hate FedEx. They can't.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of crack cases and stuff on. Should I take a drink too? You guys are both mid drink, so
Yeah.
I didn't know that was if I missed a cue or something.
My mechanical error reslabs were supposed to be a 6-week turnaround. It's been months.
Yeah. Which ones did you have reslabs?
So John, one of my clients, had 3 cracked Sonic the Hedgehog cases.
Oh, that's right.
And then I just got Fernando's Black Cat as a bottom crack corner. I got to send that one back.
What did that grade come in at? It was like an 8.0 or 7.5, something like that.
8.5, 8.0, 8.0.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
'Cause
mean, he got that 316 though. That 9.8 316 is bonkers. That's such a nice book.
Yeah. Yeah. Was his a newsstand too, or no? I don't think so. I think it was a direct, wasn't it?
Oh, newsstand.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't know what's on this list, but I saw earlier that my first Thunderbolts has gone up significantly.
Oh yeah, that book's doing all right.
That's
mean
that's
Hulk-
two
Hulk
that's two of those
449?
books that I bought. That
Yeah.
Hulk 14, yeah.
what's that?
The Hulk.
Yeah.
All right,
But
let's start
that-
with Flash 129 then.
Yeah, all right, let's start with it. I mean,
I don't have it.
We don't have a choice to not start with it because it's first. But
Rafaust has it.
let's go. Does Rafaust have Flash 129?
If he only
I
has
s-
3,
I think he
doesn't have
does.
this one.
No, he does. He has it.
You think so?
Christopher seems so confident.
I know so.
Tell
us.
Let me see. I'm just trying to figure out if it's cool enough for Rafaust to have
Wow,
this.
4 books,
Stop it.
22.50.
Did you buy him from Canada?
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
What did they put them in as omnibuses?
Yeah, right.
No, they put them between pieces of steel, plate steel.
Rafaust
right.
does not have Flash 129. That makes 4 of us.
Listen,
First-
you're
so
supposed to
first team
lie
up-
for me.
Of the Golden Flash, Jay Garrick, is this getting love
He
because
was in
of the
Canada,
Flash?
yeah.
See what I say?
Canada. Don't mess with the UPS driver.
He knows things.
He knows things.
Well, hopefully you got hopefully you got Canadian price variance for the 4 books.
Yeah, right.
You got more than
I didn't know
20
this was First Justice Society of America and Silver Age 2. This is a quadruple key.
Well,
That's a
this
big boy.
is the quadruple first in Silver Age key. Jay Garrick and the Silver Age Flash, Barry Allen, first appearance of Golden Age. I always love the
Alan
first
Scott.
appearances of the Golden Age in the Silver Age,
Right.
which is like every DC has the whole like
Yeah.
Golden Age in the Silver Age thing going on.
But they also, for Silver Age, they like redid all their characters.
Well, you really all
Like
for the
that-
Silver Age they redid it, and you have to also think that this is like fresh after, the comic wars, and
Well,
you
this
know,
is.
the,
I mean,
the code was really strangling everybody at this point.
and they went from Alan Scott to Hal Jordan, and from Jay Garrick to Barry Allen, and they even isn't Adam a new character in the Silver Age on Showcase 34? That's a new character too.
This book is early though. This book is 62, so it's very very early. I'm actually shocked that a book from 62, so a 9.0 this week sold for $850. I'm shocked that a book from 62 that's a 9.0 that has this many key significant things in it is not $1,000 book.
Because it's
DC.
DC.
Well,
Yeah.
I understand that, but like, there's like 2,700 Batman covers.
You-
now
Do you,
from Neil
Jason?
You put
Do you?
You put the question out, and me and Chris responded. DC.
Adams. Yes, but you can't flippantly just say because it's DC.
Yeah,
because there's
but that's
there's
why.
examples.
You can.
There's examples that are contrary to that point.
Not many.
Like-
Not many. I think it's DC.
By and
I'm telling
large,
you,
law of
see-
averages.
See every Batman Neil Adams cover, like they're all. If you have a high grade Batman Neil Adams cover, even from the early 70s, it's still going to be a very expensive.
I
book.
think that's the only one though.
What's that?
Batman's
Only-
the only run.
In DC?
Detective Batman. Like nobody's running after action. Nobody's running
Yeah,
after
no.
Superman, Flash, Aquaman. Well, Aquaman has cool covers, so I like Aquaman. Even Green Lantern's got cool covers. I like some of those. I just buy the covers though. But nobody's collecting that stuff.
I do like that you've added an asterisk to your own opinion of the
I
thing.
do. But
You're not actually being contrary. You're just saying, but I do like the covers.
I
the
do.
Aquaman.
But
not
as
saying
far
that-
as collectability, where
No.
what we've talked about, where Strange and Thor and all that filler stuff is now becoming valuable, that has not happened for everything in DC. Like none of that stuff, Silver Age is filler. It's
Dude,
valuable.
ASM keys, even in a down market, like now it's like sub 200 ASM keys are like $10 at the minimum for filler books. Like sub 200, which is that's running all the way up until like, I don't know, 79 or something like that.
Yeah, but can you
Um,
really compare Spider-Man to like anything else?
No.
It's its own
No.
phenomenon.
Yeah, but now, so what used to be garbage, now Spectacular and Web of are collectible. Those
Yeah.
used to be junk. Those are
Yeah,
junk.
if it wasn't
Yeah.
ASM, nobody wanted it.
Right.
The one thing I was taking note of recently is the OG Silver Surfer run,
Mm-hmm.
which is only, what is it, 19 books or something like
Something
that?
like that. It's not very
It
long.
used to be if you didn't have
One,
one,
four,
3, or 4,
yeah.
there was no value, and now there's significant value.
Yep.
And the last one is almost like the case of an early, late run, print reduction, because you typically don't see that until the 80s and 90s,
I
where the
think that's
print
also
run
why, what was it, last
dwindles.
week Demon was on the list, which it's not
Yeah,
on the list
Yeah.
this week, but I think that's why Demon started popping up. So you're getting all those like those 70s, early 80 Marvel ones that are going to start popping, and that's another one.
yeah, I agree with all that stuff. I mean, I wouldn't. Well, what did you get at the? Remember we went to the card show and there was a couple of those number ones that I said, hey, check these out, and I think you ended up getting them for $1 or something like that. They were 70s Marvel books.
What did I get?
Um, they weren't like, they weren't by any stretch of the imagination big titles, but it was like I feel like it was like a
I got the OMAC.
OMAC, right? And
And then I
what was
got
the other one?
what was the other one?
Something Wolf, right? Not
No,
not Beowulf, not Werewolf, Red Wolf,
Red Wolf. Yeah,
Red Wolf, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And he was like a Native American character, right?
Correct.
Right now, I
Yeah.
remember what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. I did.
Right next to the US One comics.
Yeah, if I can get any of that stuff for $5, $10, like all that early, I'll take
Yeah,
it.
because those were 70s books because they were like
But isn't
20 or
OMAC is DC, right?
OMAC's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were like 20-cent covers. So
Yeah, they were cheap.
Chris's point, New Universe stuff like US One and all those titles like Kickers and stuff
Merc.
like that.
Kickers Inc. Merc. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways,
Those are all the
I
Jim
guess,
Shooter books.
I guess you got to say Flash 129. Pick it up at the flea market.
Jimmy would have
Once
lost
it-
his mind. It took us this long to get past Flash 129. You know what's the one
Chris,
thing that's
the last time was the three of us. I think you were running late things, and Jimmy jumped on later.
Yeah.
And it had taken Dolph and I like 31 minutes to
Yeah.
get through the first two, but then we got through the last
we
8
cruised
like
after that.
in
Yeah.
like 18 minutes or something like that. But
This
yeah,
is
we
funny though. The 8.0 is $2.99 and the 7.0 is $3.20.
oh yeah, there was a couple really funny instances this week where a lower
No.
grade went for more, and that there were
Yeah.
multiple grades difference.
Yeah.
So Adam 34.
So yeah, Ray Palmer, but this is Silver Age Adam. I don't know who is Adam before Ray Palmer. I don't know his name. Any of you guys?
So this has to be very early Silver Age because it's still a 10-cent. What
I
year
think this
this?
is gold. Oh, I guess it is Silver Age. I thought this would have been Golden Age.
Let's see what year it is.
61.
It is
61.
61. So it's just missed, like 59, right? Sometimes some 60 books are still considered.
What did mine come back as? A 4.0? This is one of the higher grade ones that I can look it up. I think mine was a 4.0.
Yeah, I see. I mean, this is a book though. Like, this is like we just talked about. A 6.0 of this one is an $1,100 book.
Yeah.
And and I guess if you think about it as a key significance of a first appearance in title of
Yeah.
the Silver Age, is probably the bigger deal with this versus the other book we were talking about.
Showcase. Mine is a 4.5.
Okay.
Ooh.
There is a significant bump in those mid grades on this book. I mean,
yeah.
to go from 366 to 1100.
It's saying my 4.5 is 4.08, so I imagine a 5 is like 5.50, and then if
Yeah.
a 6 is 1100. Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oop, I see a Len Wein down there.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's the next one here.
yeah.
So,
I love this. Absolutely love this cover. I love this book. I've had this is one of my earliest ones that I bought when I was doing first appearances.
Second appearance of Wolverine.
No, second appearance Wolverine. No, the Atom. Yeah, let's go right to that. 3.0 is $2,800.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'd
It's
buy that
certainly.
for $1.
I'd buy that for a
I
dollar.
got
You
my
know,
I got my 3.5 for $12.50.
the I like this book too when the red is like very red, because like once that red starts to fade, it gets to orange, and then it's almost like almost bleached out altogether, and you start to lose a little bit of the trade dress. But
Yeah.
when that red is when it pops, it freaking pops. That's for sure. This is definitely the book I would say
Me too, man.
the major book that I've seen in person the most in the 2 years I've been back in the hobby. This is certainly the one
Is this
of
something
a
you would
major.
trade up for, or do you like your? If you were to take some books out of your PC, would you trade up for a book like this, or you would go kind of where I'm going, like early silver?
No, I would still go early silver because like as much as you believe in this book long term, there's way more of this book that exists, and it's already so expensive. Like it's going to continue to go up, but I think you're going to see. I think that books like this are always going to continue to go up, but you'll see more incremental steps. This book was one of those wild oscillations during the comic boom of 21, but now
181.
it came so far back down. You're going to see these gradual steps. Whereas I think you can see bigger gains in some books that have just been traditionally undervalued for a long time. Like the next book on this list, that book saw humongous gains, and now it's maintained a lot. Or, I'm sorry, not that book. I thought it was Daredevil 1 that was coming up next. But Daredevil 1 saw these
Yeah, insane.
insane gains.
Because everybody knew that was the low hanging fruit of the major keys. That's the one that I pinpointed a long time ago. I said I wanted to get a couple of Daredevil ones. I was scouting them out back then. A 4.0 was going for 1,200.
Yeah.
And I bought my 4.0 for 4, I think. I
Yeah,
missed
I
out.
mean, I'm
I missed
surprised.
out big time.
I was going to say I'm surprised it wasn't even less than a grand because it would just they even and that book was so funny to me because you know I didn't get to watch a lot of the Daredevil show when it was on because I had small children and and no time to watch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
But now that I'm watching that stuff again, that book, even with how freaking dope that TV show was, didn't catch the freaking MCU effect where it had these huge gains, and we're starting to see that with Surfer One a little bit, where it's like people are looking, and we talked about this about looking at all those 1968 issue ones,
Yeah.
but you know, obviously we saw the huge boon to anything Submariner. Now we've seen that kind of those waters recede a little bit too. But I think you're going to see. I mean, Silver Surfer's a big freaking character, multiple, multiple runs as a solo character in Marvel. Long, history, lots of tie-ins. So you're going to start to see books like that. Because you and I have talked about what is the next one that has been disrespected for too long, and it's kind of shocking because it's not like people in the hobby don't know those exist. It's just you just don't kind of identify it.
I got to bring up our list. What is the biggest book that has the most disrespect right now? What would you think it is?
Right now, the biggest.
So you and I had said, all right, we got Cap 6, Tomb of Dracula 10, FF48, Heir to the Empire 1, Green Lantern 87, Amazing Spider-Man 129, FF49, Ultimate Fallout 4, Darth Vader 3, Spider-Man 194
Mm-hmm.
is where
And
we
that
put our
we
top
did
10.
we did that like what
We did a
3
long
months
time
ago,
ago.
4 months ago, 5 months ago, something like
Yeah.
that. I mean, I still with those huge sales at Heritage of the FF49, you're starting to see a lot of interest now in 49. A lot
Yeah.
more. It seems like a lot more than you're seeing in 48 too, because the cover for 49 is so much better
Yeah.
and it's so much harder in high grade. seems like Black Cat, despite there's not really any news, Black Cat book is really
Well,
still.
Sydney Sweeney
Yeah,
got cast. Hopefully she's because she would make an amazing Black Cat. I hope
she
she's
would.
Black Cat.
She would.
Um,
It would be hard to contain her
my
in an
God, she
outfit.
would look so good at Black Cat.
Just like Black Cat is in the comics, so that would be a
Yeah.
good cat.
And then we got Spider Gwen. Echo's on there. I would have dropped her. Invincible Iron Man 9 Riri. I would drop her. Clone Wars 1. I still think it's a great book. Not disrespected though. It's $1,000 book.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I think if you think about those other like maybe Echo was always overvalued a little bit, but I think Riri Williams now with the prices how they've come down, I think that's the good buy-in price point now because they're so far down.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Going over this list again, being removed from it for a couple months, like a lot of these books, and we said this top 10 should be books that are off the radar. A lot of
Yeah.
these books are on the radar now.
Yeah,
Even that Heir to the Empire one, Thrawn Mara Jade.
that one
That
seems so odd though because it kind of ebbs and flows where people seem really interested in it for a little while and then it kind of recedes
Well,
again.
but here's the thing. So this is a great time to get Heir to the Empire 1 because there's starting to Ahsoka news is starting to come out because they've wrapped filming, the show's coming, and they cast Thrawn, but we haven't seen Thrawn. So
Right.
um, once a picture of him pops, that book's gonna
Forget it.
fucking fly. I'm telling you right now. I'm glad I have
Christopher,
3 of them.
you have four. You have four copies.
I have 4. 2 of them are newsstand.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
the,
I
I have
only
the
have
1 newsstand and 2 non.
Yeah, I have two. I have an 8.5 and a 9.2.
Yeah, that's a book everybody should be getting right now. It's still relatively cheap, like in the $100-something range.
So, Dolph, that auction I was telling you about that I was watching
Yeah.
the other day, closed on Sunday. There was a lot of there was a hard space lot of Star Wars books, and there was 2 Heir of the Empire ones that you could tell
Oh, yeah?
they weren't showed, but you could see 1 and 2, and one of them was a newsstand, and I think the whole lot. So it was the whole run of it was
Heir?
the whole run of Heir, and there was doubles of 1, 2, 3, and 4,
Those are
and
good
then
doubles to have.
there were multiple other books in that lot, and I think the whole thing ended up only going for 265 or something, and one of them was a
Yeah.
newsstand.
I'm telling you right now. Once
yeah,
that goes
worth
in
it.
front of a live audience, though, that's gonna be $1,000
Oh
bucks.
no, yeah, no, I would love. I
I'll watch
wish.
it. I'm not doing anything Sunday. I'll watch. Maybe I'll grab some things.
Oh no! I'm saying that was the one that closed this past
Oh,
weekend.
the one that closed.
That's
Oh, okay.
That was the hammer price for it.
Gotcha,
It was like
gotcha.
255.
That's a great deal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a great deal.
That's a great deal. I mean, in the 2 Air ones, you know, you probably have like $300 in value. If
I probably would have actually bet. I probably would have bid on it, but I didn't see it until the same day, and you have to register to bid, and then the register to bid sometimes takes as long as like 5 or 6 hours for them to approve you as
yes,
a
sometimes.
bidder.
I already
so,
registered for the one that ending in 2 days. What is that? Friday sale or is it Saturday?
Saturday, I think.
So I already pre.
What auction site is this?
This was
Toys.
something I sent to Dolph. It's crazy, Chris. There's so many really clean, higher grade books on it, but they're all pretty much all Marvel,
We'll
right?
send you the link.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send me the link.
Anywho,
Yeah, the auction site
181.
that I always went to dried up, so there's not many of them around that everybody doesn't know about. Hulk 181, you're going back?
it's popular.
It's popular. If you see one at the flea market, Riff House, you should buy it.
Popular. It's expensive.
It's expensive. Stiltman is
Popular.
just, I don't know. Stiltman speculated to appear in Armor Wars. I mean, he was in the series.
I
He,
can't
they
see
even
myself
had
spending-
his stilts in the background of like one of the later episodes of the first season.
I can't see myself spending $1,000 on a Stiltman book.
Oh, you don't have to. You can get a lower grade for 100 or 2.
I can't see myself spending 100 or 2 on a Stiltman book, like
I don't blame you.
but
I
but I
don't
mean,
blame you.
I think it's early Daredevil, so I don't know that people will be buying it for Stiltman. I think probably a lot of people bought this because once Daredevil 1 popped, they want to make sure they got their Daredevil books, So
Yep.
this was probably at that point, what, a year and a half ago, one of the cheaper 1 through 10 Daredevil books, because there's the Spider-Man one, which is not cheap. There's the first in new costume that's not as cheap.
Was it the second Electro? There's
Second
like, yeah,
Electro
they're
is
all they're
not
not
cheap.
cheap.
Number 1 is not cheap. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Nope.
ASM in that first 10. There's a lot of keys in there. So
Yeah.
uh, this one I'm kind of annoyed that I don't own
Me too,
multiple
Faust.
copies.
Yeah,
of
I
this
went
book.
through my collection too. I didn't have one of these. I was like, how do I not have one of these? And I went to buy one, and it's too expensive now.
Well, because you have First Puma, right? You have First Puma. You have that. You have 256. You have 257.
Not to mention, I have all the black costume stuff, all of it. And this
Yeah,
is the
just-
first time he got removed from the black costume. I mean,
Yeah,
this is like
6
a
issues earlier. I think I have this that I got in like either the Boys and Girls Club collection or another
yeah, right.
collection.
So it's in
But-
Delaware.
But it was just ravaged. Like it wasn't in good shape. So I have a reader of it, but I have it.
I want one. I just don't want to spend that kind of money now. So I'll just have to, like you in Secret Wars 8, I'll just have to find one in the wild now.
Yeah, it just has to come to you, Dolph.
It'll
Let it
come to me. I'll let it come to me.
Uh-huh.
I swear
And
this is like one of those you find it in like a $10 bin. I'll wait for that.
No, bro, you're gonna find this. You're gonna find this in a $5 bin. Like,
Well, as soon as that trailer, I was at JC. As soon as the trailer dropped that afternoon, and I immediately went for this book, and it wasn't there already at JC's.
But what I mean is, like, it's the difference between a shop that pays attention to all of this stuff.
Yeah, I'll find it.
And
That's
a
why
shop
I'm not.
like the shop I went to the other day, and I got a second. I got the second printed Silver Sable for $1.99.
I mean, we talked about this. I didn't want my FOMO is good. This is my New Year's resolution. No FOMO. I'm not buying this for $60.
no mo FOMO.
No mo FOMO.
So, anywho, great
That's it.
book.
All right,
Cool
great
book.
book. Black Cat. I love this book.
Black Cat, real good book.
Real good.
I was
book.
going to say Faust has it.
Rafaus definitely has this book.
Ding, ding, ding.
He has this one.
I mean, this book is crazy now. A 9.8 is $4,500.
Yeah. I tell you, if I found, I'd pay $350 for a slabbed 8.0 of this. I think this book's gonna go places still.
2 rare copies. Do you see the error at the bottom here? No.
It's
2
ridiculous.
rare copies of the error edition sold in December with sales over. I really
That's a
wish
lot of
it would-
Kool-Aid those people drank.
I would really stop. Like, again,
It
Jimmy
is.
and I grew up in print shops as a little kid. Like, I really want them to stop calling massive, like in baseball cards, when something's an error, that's because it's a reverse negative, or like they freaking put Barry Bonds' face on something. That's an error.
Yeah.
These are just like ink ran out of the,
Yeah.
in the yellow ink well, there's a little
Yeah, I didn't
two little yellow
Fernandez
little
was
yellow-
the error.
ink. I think I would have noticed when you showed it.
This is normal.
Like the freaking
This
what
is
is
a
it,
newsstand too.
what is it, the Malibu comics, where it's like the black stripe wasn't on there, and it's,
Yeah.
people were like, it's worth $1 bazillion. I was like, because the black printing, there was no ink in the black printing head, or they didn't set up the 4 tools right. Like, that just seems silly to me. But until people stop paying that much, then they're going to continue to.
Oh,
note
let
it.
them. I mean, they're all trading amongst themselves. Just let it happen. Who cares?
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
not
you
running
could really see the no mo FOMO effect in the fact that the 9.0 sold for $1,550, and the previous average was $753.
Well, you know who started this, right?
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
Bryce Comics did a whole video about it. Like
Yes.
he made it a thing, and nobody else did. And not only that, he said, how many did he say he was buying? He was buying 10, 20 of them. Bryce Comics is the one who started this stupid yellow print line thing. I don't think it was a thing.
Yeah.
And I like his channel. Don't get me wrong. And I like what he what he offers the community. Like he's
I think that I like too.
yeah, I like his channel, but he definitely started this whole line on the Black Cat book thing, which isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Black Cat, so you guys, I got this.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's got the her doing the famous line on the front, right, Jim?
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
Tiger?
And then this is also an Adam Hughes, which does not look like one.
That
There's
does
no
not look
half.
like Adam Hughes.
Nope. There's no half naked one. No half naked girl. And then there's another one coming out this month, which is literally like, I think it's Mary Jane with a spider head, and she's like reaching out at the camera. So, yeah, the only reason I knew they were Adam Hughes is because
Maybe he's in his post boob phase, Jim.
he might be taking a break from the boobs.
Yeah, me too, Michael. I like the cover art.
I doubt that that's the case. Anyways, Amazing Spider-Man 149 or 194. I want to get this one. At some point in time, I want to get it, but
Oh, you don't
I'm
have
not.
this?
No, this is going to come to me.
It's gonna
It's
come
gonna
to
come
you.
I
Yeah,
could potentially have this one.
You could potentially have this one.
You could potentially have a bunch of them. Who knows?
I could. And they're all newsstand.
Christopher, I'm coming out. I'm taking the day off. I'm coming out. I can't wait to sort through books.
Well, if you do, let me know. Then I'll just let you do it instead of taking the day off. And then I'll just show up later.
There you go.
Yeah, the Black Cat book. I think everybody knows the Black Cat book.
Yep.
And then Tales to Astonish 93. We're just continue to see all these classic Kirby Surfer covers. Oh, this is Marie Severin.
Rafales, it doesn't seem to matter. It really doesn't.
What's that?
The fact that the direct were rarer in '79 than the newsstand, it doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't affect it at all. Everybody wants the newsstand.
Nobody knows what that means. Nobody even
has
knows
any
what
clue.
the graft means. They just hear newsstand and they think it's more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
It's another one of those cases where the community is just so uneducated about what newsstand means.
The number of directs in the pre that with the bar with the slash through them, but people say are newsstands on eBay is staggering. Actually, it's like
just because it has a barcode, they think it's a newsstand.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's like asking if a book from the early '60s is that a newsstand?
Oh, don't get me.
Yes.
Don't get us all started on eBay.
Everyone.
eBay listing things as near mint, and they have like a tear on the cover, and eBay listing things as first appearance when it's not. It's like their fifth appearance. It's like people
pencil
just
hole through Spider-Man's eye.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. eBay's.
So I mean, this is Tales to Astonish 93. I don't think it's going to be this one that stays hot or anything like that, but it's just what the four of us have been talking about, like classic covers. If you see,
just to own it though, like a 3.0 at $99, I would do that. I would do that all day.
Well, especially if a 4.0 is going to be $229.
Like this is where I see an empty hole and I want to put the book in it, and I don't care what it really looks like. I just bought, how I like ElfQuest. I just bought a first ElfQuest, but the whole back is like ratted, but it was $35. They sell for like $400 in high grade. I just wanted to have it.
Appearance that was in that.
It's like oversized. Yeah, it's like a magazine. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was surprised that's from like the 70s too. That first one's from like 75 or 76.
And it's only because a friend of mine, he brought them when we were Boy Scouting, like to camping trips. He brought a stack of ElfQuest. That's the only reason why I love them. I love ElfQuest when I was a kid.
I just think books like this book, right?
Yeah.
If you go into a shop, it's a little like, and there's probably far fewer of these shops now, but like those kind of old school hole in the wall shops that still have like a lot of Silver Age and stuff like that. Like if they're people who are using their physical price guide, like these are the kind of books to look through. I
love those guys, the ones that use the Overstreet to price stuff.
Because you're still not going to get deals on Hulk 181. You're not going to get deals. on that stuff. But
Yeah.
like books like this, like books like this certainly, like what is it, the FF, all the or 72, I think it is. Even maybe to some extent that Hulk Annual One, like books like that have really become. There it is. There it is.
Got it. You got it. It's good for a laugh.
Christopher's looking to kill somebody with a book. That's a heavyweight right there.
I can kill a lot of people.
with those books, yeah. So, anyways, Tales to Astonish 93. Look through your back bins, people.
Yeah.
If there's somebody at a show and their boxes are really old, then when you're flipping through, look for these ones.
I'm really not in on the first Battle of as a key or something that I want to chase after.
I'm talking about it for a cover, like a cover.
I understand. I'm like all of these Spider-Man fights, this guy for the first time, and this guy, and how they're all becoming keys. I just don't. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not buying it.
All right.
I mean, because of those Marvel Series 1 cards.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't even see, like, Hulk and Surfer aren't even gonna. They're not gonna even meet. I don't think they'll ever meet in the MCU, to be honest with you. Whenever they introduce Surfer, I think it's more likely he'll be with, like, Thor than he would be with Hulk. If Hemsworth's still around.
Yeah.
Anyway, next book is an interesting one that I want another copy of.
Century 1.
Yeah, I like this book. I have liked this book for a while. I bought the one copy. I don't have the Comic-Con version. It's not as nice of a cover though. That's let's see the view variants. It's this
I really don't know much about Sentry. So Sentry is a cosmic character, right? And like who does he tend to?
Superman.
Oh no, I understand that like he's the iteration, but like what teams does he interact with? Like
he's with the Young Avengers, the new Avengers.
Okay.
So he's actually with Kate Bishop and Spider Woman and that Illuminati book. Like he mingles with those guys.
Okay.
There you go.
So yeah, he's new Avengers
against Thunderbolts. That's why it's
That's why, and they were saying Cavill is Sentry against Thunderbolts. I mean, Cavill's a man without a. He's like a. What is he? A Ronin. He's not a samurai anymore. He's a Ronin.
Right.
He's like a man without a studio. Seriously, it's like that poor
yeah,
guy.
I mean, he's a man without a role and a suit right now.
Then you start hearing how like Henry Cavill's like difficult to work with. I think it's all a bunch of BS.
Probably.
I think it's a bunch of BS.
Yeah.
No country for Henry Cavill.
No, I mean, him.
I actually saw Shire last night.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, he was picking up his daughter at
Oh, next door to.
Yes.
Nice.
And I'm glad you got that.
Yeah, I got jiu-jitsu.
And and he said that he had sent you like this rumor mill thing about Cavill, and I was like, dude, that's
not true.
He's like, I don't believe it either. I was like,
but did you see the Rock news though?
Oh, that he like deleted like all ties with Warner Brothers.
So the Rock apparently was he was trying to wear his big boy shoes, and Warner Brothers was having none of it. Like he was apparently like he wanted his tequila to sponsor the release of the movie, and they're like, it's a PG-13 movie, bud. Like we're not gonna use your tequila to sponsor the movie. And he was kind of throwing his weight around, and Warner Brothers was like, nah. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I think that you can make more stretch kind of tie-ins in the WWE than you can in other industries. Like they're willing to.
But I kind of totally buy that.
More connective lines.
Well, I also think because his ex-wife is the producer of the movie, like I think he can basically, or he thinks he can just do whatever he wants, and that's not the case. Plus, he proved that he's not the box office darling he thinks he is. I mean, that movie lost money, so.
Yeah, Rafael said Rock's wife is his agent and Cavill's agent.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, what?
Or he's asking if that's...
No. Rock's wife's not an agent. She's a producer. She is.
Well, she's his partner at $6.
She is his partner and the production. She's the owner of the production.
But she does. I saw that as well, Chris. She does represent in some capacity Henry Cavill.
Really?
Yeah, and that's the only reason that he actually came in for that extra scene.
Oh. Well, that makes sense then.
Did you see Michael said he doesn't even collect comics, but he
Yeah.
watches
Yeah, I
them.
saw that. That's great.
That is great.
I do that too, though. I know Jimmy does that too. Like, you see a good cover, you gotta have it.
Well, yeah, but during our recaps of the top 10,
Yeah, right.
Jimmy's eyeballs roll in the back of his head. It's like, will they stop? They just need to stop.
All right,
We're an interesting lot.
Omega
let's
Man
do
3.
2 and 1.
We should skip this 4, Jimmy. Just skip Omega
Yeah,
Man
let's
3.
just skip Omega Man
No,
3.
that's mine. I have
Everybody
that.
gets it.
Everybody gets it's the first appearance of Lobo.
Shut up.
Whatever.
Jason Momoa is going to be Lobo. It's
I
going
will-
to be great.
I'm
Blah,
gonna-
blah, 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 blah.
I'm gonna drive to Raritan, and I'm gonna throw that book at your head.
Yeah.
That would be great. That would be the first time I'll have it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the first appearance of Lobo.
Scream
and
Lobo's
Lobo
better
looks
than
like one of
Deadpool.
those Lobo looks like one of those circus. What are those circus things? The old the ones that were like made out of burlap. The clown heads. That's what Lobo looks like in those early appearances.
I'm gonna make a prediction here for Hulk
Bane.
1. All right.
Okay.
So Harrison Ford is gonna be the new Thunderbolt Ross, a Red Hulk. But
How is this not worth more than the Sentry book?
how is it not worth more? Probably they printed more of them.
Yeah, it's probably.
Well, I
This
guess
is a-
this
this
is the
was a
first
bit-
cover. This is the first cover appearance
This
too.
is the
I'm
first cover. He's not in the interior, so
Yeah.
they didn't know who killed. Who was it they killed? Somebody got killed. I know Doc Samson's on the case, and somebody had killed somebody. I
Also,
forgot.
that Century book is a Marvel Knights book, so it would have been from like that 98 through 2000 time period. So yeah, the print runs would have been smaller.
Abomination.
Yeah, the print runs would have been smaller.
I love Harrison Ford's reaction or his reply when they said, "Why are you joining the MCU, Harrison Ford?" He's like, "Because I've done everything else. I haven't done this."
Did he send them a meme with dollar signs in where his eyeball should be? Like,
He also is going to be in his first TV series, so that's two things that he's never
Well,
done.
he's already on it. What was that in 1923, the Yellowstone spinoff?
Yeah, the 1930.
Yeah, something like
is that also the
1830 or-
year that he was born, 1923?
How is that
Harrison
dude still moving?
that. Yeah.
Harrison Ford joke.
Was he 78?
No, I think he's 80.
No, 78.
Is it 78?
Yeah, somebody just put out that Overlord put out a Harrison Ford Indiana Jones bashing video this morning, and said he's 78. Said 4 things wrong with Indiana Jones. 1, Kathleen Kennedy. 1, he's 78. 3, it's written by the same guy that wrote Solo, and there was another problem that he had with it. It's like, whatever.
I still like Solo.
I like
Maybe
Solo
it's
too.
Me too.
I like Solo after the first 20 minutes.
So anyway, back to my prediction though.
That's fair though.
My prediction is that because Harrison Ford is not going to be in this for the long run, Red Hulk was replaced by Robert Maverick, who appears in USA Avengers or US Avengers #1. That is a book that I have been buying. I bought like 8 of them already. So I think, because he's not going to do this forever, that he'll go to Red Hulk, the second Red Hulk, that other guy. That's my prediction. So USA Avengers, you get him for like $2. USA Avengers #1. Get that book.
That's the deep cuts you hear here.
That's
You
it.
hear-
That's my deep cut.
here-
That's for a Red
Here,
Hulk.
here.
Yeah.
eBay just sold out of them.
Yeah, probably.
That's because Dolph bought them.
I know, right?
That's because I bought
Weird.
them all. I even bought a 9/8 slabbed one for like $75. Like it was.
What did
nothing, so-
What did you buy during the live that one night? The first Peggy Carter.
First Peggy Carter, yeah. That was cheap too. It's a nice book.
Yeah.
Guess another one that's kind of under the radar. First Sharon Carter, first Peggy Carter. Not.
I saw the first first Peggy Carter listed it in an auction the other day, and they didn't even note that it was first Peggy Carter in the auction. I was like, how do you not note that? Like when you're noting significance of these books.
I know. You see that one a lot that they don't know.
Because isn't first Sharon Carter much earlier, right?
Sharon Carter's not much. It's like 3 issues earlier, I think. Sharon Carter, Peggy Carter. They're not, or they're back to back.
Whose first appearances in that Night Nurse book?
Oh, I don't know. Night Nurse?
Yeah.
Maybe the Night Nurse.
Well,
you know, you don't get impatient very much, but you have a few times today. I know, guys.
I know that the Night Nurse is
No,
the
I
Night
don't.
Nurse, but
No, I don't know.
yeah, I felt like it was one of the Carters, but
No.
I felt like I was running out of stuff. There's only like 2 Carters.
Let's get the officials. Peggy Carter was Peggy Carter was in Come on. Where's the book? Not the character.
Not the character.
Not the movie character. Peggy Carter.
Not the one from the pictures.
Not the one from the pictures. Tales of Suspense 75. First appearance of Sharon Carter.
Oh, Night Nurse 1 is first appearance of Linda Carter as the Night Nurse. You were right. It is the Night Nurse that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so first Peggy Carter 77, first Sharon Carter 75.
Okay.
So
Linda Carter?
It's 2 issues. And Linda Carter
Wonder
is
Woman?
Wonder Woman number
Yeah, right. Do 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 do.
What's the Night Nurse's name? Jason. You go. I'm gonna go pee.
Betty.
Betty Carter. Betty Rubble.
Betty Carter. Betty
So,
Rubble.
first appearance of Linda Carter as the Night Nurse, first appearance of Night Nurse Georgia Jenkins, and first appearance of Night Nurse Christine Palmer. How many night nurses are there?
Lots.
This hospital is chock full of them.
There's a whole platoon of night nurses.
There's a platoon. There's a shift worth of night nurses.
A whole shift.
So, Christopher, you had Lobo. That's what you had.
That's all. That's it. I don't know what's below this. If this is the last one or not.
This is it. Yeah.
Yeah, I only had one. My Ant-Man wasn't on there this week.
One more than me. Yeah, you were living high.
I was doing good.
You had the contact high that for quite a few weeks.
Right. I don't know if the prices keep going up on that first Thunderbolts. I'll be on there for that too.
You gonna turn that into something else?
Yes.
What did I miss?
I got my eyes on something.
Nothing. There's a crap ton of night nurses. That's what you missed.
There's a lot of
shift.
night nurses.
There's a shift worth of night nurses.
A battalion of night nurses.
All right, let's do some trivia.
Oh crap!
Trivia time.
What oh crap? Who said oh crap?
I think my Star Wars trivias are right back there.
That's okay. We'll save that because we're not giving away anything with trivia. But next week I'm gonna try to put together a little thing, and we'll do Star Wars trivia and we'll do Marvel trivia. But I just remember these are really hard. All right, let's. Anybody can play too. We'll give everybody time to.
Is there topic?
Time to
Is this like is this like Trivial Pursuit? Is there
No, this
theme?
is just true, false, multiple choice, or
Okay.
you just got to answer. But these
I want a piece of pie. Damn it.
insanely hard.
Okay.
All right,
Insanely.
yeah, they're really hard. All right.
I hope there's a question about the night nurse.
Like the first question already really hard. Hellcat was assigned to what state as its only hero as part of the 50-state initiative?
Illinois.
Hellcat.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I don't know.
What kind of is this a Marvel question?
These are all Marvel Comics trivia cards. Trivia. I bought this. I got this as a present like 10 years ago, and they're like, they wanted to see me open it up. They started asking me questions. I was like, I don't know that one either.
Vermont.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the state of North Carolina.
I'm going with Vermont.
All right. Anybody else in chat want to type in an answer to this one?
No Google searches.
No Google searches.
I mean, the choice should be one of the 50 states, though. So
It is definitely one of the 50
don't go
states.
saying like Mexico. That's definitely wrong. You're not even giving yourself a shot.
Mexico.
Dang it,
And that Faust comes right with it.
The answer is Alaska. Alaska.
That's
Oh.
stupid.
Alaska.
I
It's a
mean-
stupid question.
Yeah, I guess that is where hell freezes over. So Hellcat, but
All right, now for an easy one. True or false? Deadpool formed the business Heroes for Hire.
True.
well, considering it is the title of his book, that is a false statement.
True.
Jimmy.
Wrong answers
I'm
only.
gonna say false.
False.
Wrong answers only.
Rafaus, do you care to answer? True,
Charles
false.
is gonna say
Or anybody
Mexico.
else in chat. It just says Mexico again. True
What
or
is
false?
Mexico?
Deadpool formed the business Heroes for Hire. Vermont. Good
Sean
answer.
Connery.
Good answer. The answer is false. Power Man. Iron Fist and Power Man were the Heroes for Hire.
Oh, I'm one for two.
There you go.
I'm 2
Hall
for
of
2
Famer.
in my book. Wrong answers. Wrong answers only.
All right. In what anthology comic did Thor make his first appearance?
See, so easy.
Superman.
It's the gym. That's why Jimmy knows it.
It is the
Do
gym.
we need?
Detective Comics.
It is the
The
gym.
detective.
Journey into Mystery is
Thank you,
correct.
Jimmy.
Faust got it. He got the gym.
The Infinity Gauntlet holds how many gems?
12.
I don't know. Let me count.
6.
Is that your answer?
Well, Jim, it depends on who drew it.
Yeah, right.
If our boy drew it, there's only 4 fingers on the gauntlet.
If
You
Nate
mean
drew
like
it-
this?
If
Then
Nate drew
there's
it,
only
it's
4 fingers
4.
on that gauntlet.
What if it's like this?
The answer is correct. The answer is 6. Yeah, the answer is that. That's actually a pretty good representation of baby hand. Very nice. The answer is 6. Very good. All right. That one's easy. That one's easy. What is the name of the sensei who trained Matt Murdock?
Mr. Miyagi.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! I actually have seen this episode of Daredevil.
He was in the CV. Don't look at chat because Rafaus got it.
Yeah.
I want to.
Oh.
Wasn't it David Carradine too?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah.
say, I
No.
want to be a smart ass.
No.
Oh
it
no,
wasn't
it
David
wasn't.
Carradine.
It was the dude from
Splinter. Yes.
It was good
Scott
Glenn.
Glenn. Scott Glenn.
Scott Glenn.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. That's hilarious. That is the guy I always get mixed up with.
With
It was-
yeah.
It was Kevin Sorbo.
It was Kevin Sorbo. All right, well, Rafaus got it right. It is Stick.
Stick. I was gonna say switch.
Switch.
That's a kind
Well,
of
a switch can be a stick.
Yeah, give me a switch.
True. Oh, this is good. True or false? Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, was the first leader of the Thunderbolts.
No.
That is not a complete answer. Crumbs.
What
False.
is no?
What is no? I need no and who is the leader. If it is no, in fact.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery
No,
of Thunderbolts.
and it's Baron Zemo.
It's Mr. Moneypenny. It is correct. Baron Zemo is the leader of the Thunderbolts. Very good, Jimmy.
Well, it's false about the question.
Yeah, correct. True, it is false.
True. True. It is false.
All right. Which core member of the Avengers did not have a solo comic series as part of the Heroes Reborn launch?
Wait, what? The original Avengers? Is it what? Read the question and say what is the original?
Which core member of the Avengers did not have a solo comic series as part of the Heroes Reborn launch? And don't forget,
Okay.
this predates the movies, so this game
Right, so-
predates the movies.
Well, also the core Avengers. So we're talking about Avengers 1, right?
Mhm.
So we're talking about the Hulk.
Mhm.
We're talking about Iron Man.
Mhm.
We're talking about Thor.
Mhm.
We're talking about. Are we talking about Cap? No, we're not talking about Cap because that's not until Avengers 4. So Cap's not included in that.
Mhm.
And who is the other members of the OG? Well, who was on the cover of Avengers 1? Ant-Man? Is Ant-Man in the?
I think this question's not correct. It's just only because now that you're breaking it down, like the core members were Hulk,
Yeah.
Thor,
Yeah.
Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Wasp, and Ant-Man.
Does it say Spider-Man? Is that what it says?
No, it says Thor. Which is right, but Wasp and Ant-Man also did not have a Heroes Reborn #1.
Yeah.
So that's not correct.
Hmm.
Dumb thing. Maybe because it was multiple choice. It was either no, but then it said Captain America, which is also wrong.
You could be
But Cap
right.
did have a Heroes Reborn launch.
He did,
Yeah.
but it includes him in the original. In the original Avengers, is that what it says?
It shouldn't. He's not one of the
Yeah.
core member until 4. What heroine's identity did Skrull Empress Varanki assume during the Secret Invasion?
It's Oh God, what is her freaking
was it?
name?
Heroes Reborn was in the late 90s, I think. No,
Yeah,
I think it was the relaunch of
Daenerys
all of them.
Stormborn.
I think it's early 2000s.
Don't read Rafael's answer. He got it right. Jason already looked at it twice.
Looked at it twice. I looked at it the first time to read it, and the second time to comprehend.
Right.
That is
Gwen
correct.
Stacy.
That is correct. It is Spider-Woman. Which I thought Amelia Clark was going to be her, but apparently she's not. She's going to be, what, Abigail Brand?
Amelia Clark's role in the MCU is the most speculated role.
No, I think it's confirmed that it's Abigail Brand now, right?
I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. Henry Cavill is playing 3 different roles right now.
That is also true.
That's true.
4 if you include Wolverine.
What Marvel villain steals the body from the grave of Charles Xavier and fuses his brain to Professor X's brain?
Wait a second.
Yeah, I know. Professor X and Charles Xavier are 2 different things.
Yeah.
What Marvel villain steals the body from the grave of Charles Xavier and fuses his brain to Professor X's brain?
No. The person who stole fuses his
Yeah,
brain.
I guess
Right,
so.
right.
Oh.
What?
Ouchie. I would
I'm going with Magneto.
never ever guess this.
Ultron.
I'm going with Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm going with Beyonder.
No. The answer is Rafaust. Do you want to throw one out there? He's probably
Richard
Google.
went with
Rafaust is googling the shit out of this right now. Cheating.
Ultimus Maximus.
Wrong. The Red Skull. Red Skull did this.
It's like a real Red Skull kind of a thing to do.
Such a bad dude.
Damn Nazis.
Who teaches
you should
Spider-Man
go-
martial arts, specifically the way of the spider? Did you get all that?
Who teaches?
Stick.
Who teaches Spider-Man martial arts? I like Splinter as that answer. Splinter. Who teaches Spider-Man martial arts, specifically the way of the spider?
Ah.
It's an interesting answer, Faust. But it's wrong.
Oh. Mr. Miracle.
Is he a kung fu person?
No, he's an escape artist.
He is.
Mr. Miracle from DC.
Shang-Chi.
Ding, ding, ding.
Shang-Chi?
Jimmy Huber.
Nice. Good job.
Shang-Chi. From what country is Captain America's arch enemy, the Red Skull, from? That's
Germany.
That's kind of easy. Yes, Germany. Crumbs.
Germany.
wins. What was
I
the
won
name?
the day.
Yeah. What was the name of the supernatural team of heroes formed by Ghost Rider to battle threats like Lilith, Mother of Demons?
The
Midnight Suns.
Very good.
Midnight Sun.
See, I do know something. Wow.
True or false? The Grey Gargoyle is a former Belgian chemist who obtained his powers through a chemical accident.
I don't know. It's a great
Aren't they all?
story. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, right.
what's he, a chocolatier? A Belgian chocolatier?
Yes.
Goliath.
He gained his powers through a chocolate accident.
To a chocolate.
Oh no, I meant to make dog chocolate.
There is too much cacao in this.
Yeah, for
Once I can never sell this in Belgium.
This will never pass the quality control.
Und mein Führer will be very upset.
He is not Belgian. He is French.
Oh.
That was the
Chocolate.
It was a baguette accident.
Yeah, I was gonna say it involved a flaky croissant.
When Henry
His
Pym
tagline.
became a
reach.
supersized hero, his first superhero identity was Goliath.
I don't understand.
When he became
When
supersized?
Henry Pym became a supersized hero, his first superhero identity was Goliath.
No,
Giant Man.
No.
Is Ant-Man.
False.
Ding, 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 ding. Crumbs. Giant Man. First, then Goliath.
I had
But
the
isn't
action
his
figure.
first secret hero identity
Faust
Ant-Man?
also. He was Ant-Man. No, it said supersized.
No, you said superhero, didn't you?
Super size.
When
Oh, I thought you
When
said
Henry
his
Pym
first
became a
hero.
supersized hero, his first superhero identity was Goliath.
Okay. I was just hearing the second part where it's first
Yeah.
superhero identity was.
Yeah.
I was like,
You're just upset because I knew something.
Giant Man.
Giant Man.
Who led the Secret Warriors team into battle against the Skrull invasion?
Star-Lord.
The Secret Warriors.
Black Panther.
This is from
I don't
This
have
is
any
from
idea.
Secret. This is from the Secret Invasion storyline.
Probably Secret Invasion. Everybody's got a guess but you, Jason.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. Very nice. Mexico.
Mexico.
It is. Mexico for the win.
Mexico's just
I want
every answer.
Everybody who's actually in the chat to answer Mexico at one point. We've
Right.
got
You're obligated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What hero derives his power from being bonded with the mystical demon known as Zarathos?
Oh, I don't
Oh.
know.
It's got to be a.
Son of Satan.
It's got to be a mystical demon in the first place. Is it Morbius?
Jimmy, you got an answer?
Black Knight.
The answer is Ghost Rider. I didn't.
Oh.
Lame.
I didn't know this. See,
Lame.
Some of these are really hard. The Asgardian Lorelei is the sister of what villain?
That's Guardian Lorelei. Sister of what villain?
Who the hell's Lorelei?
It's the sister of
It's
an Asgardian villain.
Hela.
Yeah, that's all.
Hella, Jimmy,
Enchantress.
and Rafaus. Do you have an answer?
Enchantress.
Mexico.
Mexico.
He's going with Mexico.
Executioner. The answer is Enchantress. Jimmy. The being cosmos is formed when the molecule man is fused with what cosmic entity? Oh my god. Jeez, these are hard.
The being who is formed?
The being cosmos is formed when the molecule man is fused with what cosmic entity? I think this is Secret Wars.
The Beyonder. That's Secret Wars Deuce, though.
Crumbs, Jimmy answers. Refaust, Michael answers.
Faust is going with
Eternity. Okay, answer. That's a good answer. Jimmy, answer.
Mexico.
Galactus.
It is the Beyonder. Jason wins.
You sure it wasn't Mexico? Can you check
Pretty
again?
sure. I'm gonna get my glasses. Beyonder.
Damn.
I like that somebody would read Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, I really need to get my eyes checked. That's not even close.
After his death, who revives Punisher and turns him into a Frankenstein-like monster?
Punisher's mom.
Punisher's mom. Is that your answer? Jason's locked in as Punisher's mom.
What are you saying? After Punisher died?
Yeah, I didn't know any of this. After his death, who revives Punisher and turns him into a Frankenstein-like monster?
When did this happen?
I will even give you the. I will give you. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna
Dr.
give you-
Frankenstein.
I'm going to give you the multiple choice. Is the answer
Igor.
A, the Jackal, B, Morbius, C, MODOK? You still don't know. This is hard.
Morbius.
We
Jim,
got,
what's the-
I'm gonna
Jim,
say
you know who it is.
MODOK. No, wait a
You know
second.
who it
I
is.
can't say MODOK. He's not that old, is he? Is
Yeah.
MODOK old? It's not
yeah,
that
he
old.
goes back to the 60s, MODOK.
Does he?
Jim, it's Dr. Bellavacqua.
It's Dr. What's his name?
You remember where Dr. Bellavacqua's from?
Who's
Transylvania 65000?
Oh my god, yes.
Gina
I'm
Hey,
gonna
did.
say
guys,
MODOK.
what's happening?
That's
Okay, that's right.
Can I get you some tea? Can I get you something?
No.
You want a coffee? You want a coffee? You want a thing?
What a great
I
movie.
want to tell you, we're in limb from limb.
The answer is Morbius.
Hey, I guessed correctly from the multiple choice. Give me a Scantron card. I'm in it to win it.
All right, let's see.
Jim, wasn't Dr. Bellavacqua, wasn't he Carla's husband on Cheers? Wasn't that the same actor?
I know he's been in a
No.
lot of stuff. He did a lot of TV.
He has been in a lot of stuff.
Carla's husband?
It
Okay.
was Steve Martin.
What team botched catching Nitro and other supervillains on a reality show, causing a catastrophe in Stamford, Connecticut? Is it A, the Exiles,
What?
B, the Defenders, C, the New Warriors?
Or D, Mexico.
These are,
Well-
I told you these are really hard.
Well, it's
Okay,
got to be
I'm gonna-
A. It's got to be A or C because I don't think they would make the Defenders that stupid.
I'm going to say it's C. I'm going to say it's C, the New Warriors. And
Me
I'm
too,
gonna-
because I think they were a bunch of pumps.
Yeah, but was any one of them a wrestler? Because Stamford, Connecticut is where the WWF is,
Right.
and
right.
WWE is. Faust just said 6.
The answer is C, the New Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah,
New
because I don't think the
Warriors.
Defenders would go outside of New York.
I remember it was
6 is a
C
good answer.
because Vince
6 is a
McMahon
good
was the
answer.
original founder of the New Warriors.
And the New Warriors were founded in Mexico.
Yo ho, Mexico.
What
Christopher, did you
powerful
think that was
heroine
different?
wields the sword Dragonfang and rides a winged horse named Aragorn?
Wait,
That's That's
Jimmy's gonna get it.
that's
Just let him do it. Just let him do his thing. Jimmy's gonna get it.
That's Valkyrie.
There you go.
Galadriel.
There you go. No, Broomhilda, isn't it?
Broomhilda.
It was Brunhilde.
All right. What is this? It's
Or
a
Tess Thompson.
Yeah, or Tessa Thompson. All right, that one no. Okay,
No.
no. What Avenger joined the Guardians of the Galaxy for missions during the Marvel Now era? I did not know this, and I read this book.
What Avenger?
Mm-hmm.
During the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think I have one or two of those books.
Yeah, you definitely have one or two of those. I don't remember this.
Shit.
Mexico.
Iron Man? Is it Iron Man?
Captain America.
Jimmy. Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. So far away.
What is the name of the canine-looking member of the royal family of the Inhumans?
Oh, you mean the dog? The giant dog?
Spot.
Crumbs, you really don't.
Fido.
Fido. No, Fido was a zombie. You ever see that movie?
No.
Yeah, that with Jerry. What's his name?
Yeah. Movie's great.
Is that the name of it? Fido was a
Fido.
zombie?
No,
It's called
Fido.
Fido.
It's awesome.
The zombie on a leash.
Do you not
Fido was a
remember?
zombie?
Yeah.
Come on, Heemy.
Jimmy, you're the first person I've ever just thrown that out to. It's like, yeah, I saw that.
Lockjaw.
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 Wasn't he from the Masters of the Universe?
Oh my god, I should have known.
That was Trapjaw.
Trapjaw.
Trapjaw. All right.
You're welcome,
I'm over
Michael. Sorry about
For
that.
nothing.
True or false? At one point, the Hulk had a persona known as Joe Fixit.
That is true.
Joe, fix it. Wreck-It Ralph.
That was an
That's
easy one.
true.
That was an easy
What
one.
issue does it appear in? Wolverine number 8.
Oh.
Now you're just flexing here.
Oh.
True or false? Hydra created the Super Adaptoid.
I don't know, but Griffin loves the Adaptoids in Contest of Champions. I mean, that feels very Hydra-y.
Yeah, I'm gonna say true.
I'm going to say true as well.
Well, I'll have to say no now just to oppose. I won't say false. It's no.
Rafaust is correct. It's AIM.
AIM.
Oh, AIM.
Yes. You suck.
You lose.
You loser.
Good day.
Good day.
Nothing. Absolutely
You
nothing.
Wrong. sir.
You
Wrong.
lifted fizzy lifting drinks. Who was the colorful leader of the planet Sakaar that Hulk led a successful revolt against?
Crap, I need this at one point.
Wasn't this was actually in a film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Well, it was in
No.
the cartoon,
It's-
the animated.
Yeah.
But what's his face is Goldblum's the leader, Sakaar, and the
Nah,
in-
that's adapted. That's not true.
okay.
Alaska. Good answer.
What colorful leader?
What colorful leader? That is a clue, by the way. Colorful leader.
Trout Man.
The Rainbow Warrior.
Do you mean Rainbow Trout Man?
Yes.
The Peacock.
The answer is the Red King.
The Red King.
Mhm.
I bet my wife would have known that.
This I didn't know either.
You would have also accepted the Crimson King or the Brick King. Or...
True or false? After the assassination of a Captain America, Iron Fist becomes leader of the New Avengers.
False. It was Lee Harvey Oswald.
Man, this really shows. I'm gonna say
Final answer, Regis.
there's
I'm going to say
27.
false.
There's like 27 new Avengers series. Like, and
yeah, there's a lot of new Avengers series.
I'm still going to say false. Because
I'm gonna
Danny
say
Rand
true.
can't do anything.
That's
I'm gonna
true.
say true.
You're blinded by the thin Danny Rand. So if the answer is false, who is the leader of the new Avengers?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Still wrong.
Oh, well then Mexico.
And not Chew, and not Six, and not Stick, not Splinter, not Dr. Frankenstein.
You're just going through all of our.
Not She-Hulk?
Not She-Hulk. The answer is, unless
Hawkeye?
Jason's going to throw one out, what?
Hawkeye.
No. Luke Cage.
Hmm.
I know.
I wonder which one of the series is that? Because like that first New Avengers series is from like 2005, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where Hawkeye, I guess, becomes Ronin.
Yeah. All right, couple more. After Norman Osborn is arrested for the siege of Asgard, who dons the Iron Patriot armor?
Don Cheadle.
The Iron Patriot armor.
None other than Iron Mike Tyson.
It's Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Wasn't Tom Cruise like the speculation that?
Oh right, that was the.
No, he was supposed to be.
That was the Extremis armor, right?
Yeah, that was supposed to be what was his name? Which Iron Man was that? It's the
I thought that was Iron Patriot, wasn't it?
no
Superior
Iron Man. Yeah.
Iron Patriot.
I didn't even know Iron Patriot was a real character until I played Contest of Champions.
No, he's in Iron Man 3.
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh,
That's true. He is.
Don
Well, that
Cheadle?
did come out after. That came out after Contest. of
Could
Champions.
it be Don Cheadle?
yes.
It is Don Cheadle. James Rhodes.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones. What?
James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Don't you mean James Rhodey Rhodes?
That's true. Iron Fist has a tattoo of what on his chest?
An Iron Fist.
Oh, dragon.
That would be
I don't
a
know
little,
about his chest.
It's a bad. It's a
on the
horribly drawn
tattoo of
dragon.
the Iron Fist, there is a smaller Iron Fist. And on the tattoo of that Iron Fist,
It's a
there is
baby
a
iron. It's a
small-
baby iron.
He has a tattoo of a butt on his butt with a butt-shaped
Oh,
tattoo
God.
on it.
It's awesome. Eddie from Iron Man.
Eddie from Iron Man.
That'd be cool.
Eddie from Iron
It
Maiden.
is a dragon. Whoever said dragon.
I did. A badly drawn dragon.
Gangster
Eddie
Steven...
the Head.
Yeah.
Best answer ever.
I was gonna say Eddie from Stranger Things. Gangster Stephen Lords is actually what demonic foe of Ghost Rider? I didn't know this
Mephisto.
either. Not even an option.
Gangster Steven.
Gangster Stephen Lords is actually what demonic foe of Ghost Rider? You better know your Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
I never read Ghost Rider. Now I feel like I
I read
should.
the Textura Ghost Riders, and then whenever they stopped, I stopped.
What
So
if
Jimmy
what
read-
if the Teixeira Ghost Rider started out with Gangster Stephen Lords?
Black Francis.
Black something. I think you're alluding to Black Heart. That is one of the multiple choices, but it is incorrect.
Black Francis.
But very good answer.
From the
since
Pixies.
it's one of the one of the multiple choice. The answer is Death Watch. Death Watch.
Death Clock.
I have a feeling too that in a week I could re-ask that question and still nobody will get it right.
What
Wait a
is
second.
this?
A demonic entity called himself Death Watch. Isn't
Death-
that a little on the nose?
Death Watch. Just as on the nose as Iron Fist having an Iron Fist tattooed on his chest. Baby though.
With a smaller Iron Fist on the Iron
Tiny
Fist tattoo.
Iron Fist. What cabinet position is Tony Stark appointed to?
Secretary of Defense.
I'm
The
gonna
cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
I'm gonna end it right there. Jason nailed it right out of the gates
Whoa.
without any lack of confidence. He had that one. Just bam.
Without any nonsense.
What is the name of the man that designed and built many of the Punisher's weapons?
Ooh,
If you watch the TV show, you know.
yeah.
I'm watching the wrong series currently that stars what's his face.
Hmm.
Who
Dolph
plays
Bill.
Punisher.
Oh, the
Huh.
one with Thomas Jane?
No. I'm watching his new. What's the guy who plays Punisher?
Barenthal?
Yeah, Bernthal.
Yeah, Barenthal. I'm watching. We own this city, that the current HBO show that he's in.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that.
It was good.
show.
I believe the answer you're looking for is Todd.
The answer is... Oh, I gotta look at it again. The answer is
I don't-
microchip,
Microchip.
AKA
a.k.a.
Todd.
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 Yes.
As opposed to macro
I
chip.
thought Jimmy was gonna show us a tattoo of
Mhm.
Todd.
Of Todd.
It just says, "Hey guys,
No,
look."
I have a microchip. It's right here.
Coincidentally, it just says Todd.
It's just a very tiny microchip. It's right
We
here.
have a cousin named Todd who has a tattoo of a thing that Jimmy drew on his arm. So
Really? Is it
yeah.
a microchip?
it is not.
It is not. All right,
There's a distant
question.
distant cousin in Russia, Sergey,
Yeah. So we don't go through all of these cards in
who
one
goes
night.
by microfilm.
Ant-Man helped cure the Hulk of ALS by shrinking down and repairing Bruce Banner's afflicted DNA. True or false?
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a
Can
thing.
Ant-Man do that for
Yeah.
other people that are ailing with ALS?
I would say
Yes.
false because wouldn't his gamma radiation kill ALS?
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to be proper,
I'm gonna go
wouldn't the
with
gamma
false.
radiation kill it?
So Rafaust was given true or false, and he says
Yeah, he
yikes.
I do like that we are answering like Celebrity Jeopardy on this.
We are.
Right.
Yeah. The rapist.
Okay,
That
name
is-
a word, any word,
Any
just
word.
any word.
It's therapist.
I'll take swords.
Take swords. The answer is true. He did do that. That did happen in
Well, that's bad writing.
in make believe comic land.
That's bad
All right,
writing.
last question. Parker
last one.
Robbins is better known as what supervillain? Parker Robbins. That's it for that.
The doldrum.
The Doldrum.
Parker Robbins
just-
sounds like a
Parker
villain
Robbins.
called the Preppy or something like that.
Well, that you're thinking of Parker
Parker
can't-
Lewis.
Parker
Parker Lewis
can't
Parker
lose.
Lewis can't lose. Synchronized swatches.
All I thought of was Tony Robbins and Parker Lewis when you asked that
There
question.
you go.
Like a mashup of,
And then Ferris Bueller, because Ferris Bueller was the first Parker Lewis.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Anything. Parker Robbins is better known as what? What do you mean better known? It should be best known, because he is.
Because nobody knows Parker Robbins.
Parker Robbins is best known, not better known.
is known.
Is
I'm
known.
gonna say he's Sabretooth.
Oh my God! Had not thought of Parker Lewis in 30 years exactly. Parker Robbins Parker Robbins is definitely known as what supervillain?
Juggernaut.
The answer is the Hood.
The Hood.
Oh, the Hood.
Parker.
Hood.
Was Kubik talking to the third person all the time?
Yeah.
Kubik hungry.
All right, Jimmy. We'll do Star Wars next time. You'll answer. the
Okay.
questions.
I will be equally as bad at that.
I think the Robin
You're gonna
was
need Amanda.
Red Hood. Not just
Red Hood?
This is just the Hood. Robin was Red Hood, and this is a Marvel game. You silly goose.
The Hood.
It's just funny that they're both Robins.
You hear that, Rafael?
Yeah.
So all your gooses are being silly.
You're a goose, and you're silly, and your chocolate is lacking
That's-
cacao.
Wait, I thought
Wait,
I had too
wait.
much cacao.
Wait a minute, you guys. What villain was the gangster enemy of You said we wouldn't know next week. What was the gangster
yeah.
villain and enemy of Ghost
Clock.
Rider?
Death Claw? Dead Star.
Death what?
Death
Death
Watch.
Star.
Death Watch.
Death Watch.
Death Watch. Yeah, okay. I was going to see. Also, we wouldn't remember next week. We almost didn't remember minutes
Took it
later.
off?
That's
I've
just
associated it with Death Clock already.
Yeah,
so.
Desert Storm. That
bad.
was us just barely remembering 30 seconds ago. There's no way we're making it next week. Anywho.
I'm going to try and remember.
Well, next Wednesday, I may or may not have hit up some very interesting shops in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
Big up.
I thought you were going to Manhattan, Jim, not Brooklyn.
No, I have to go to sign my papers in Brooklyn.
Gotta sign the papers.
Dolph has yet to give me an answer on if he shall be joining the quest or not.
Did you ask me?
Yeah, I sent you 2 texts.
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
read those.
Between yesterday and the day before, I've been a little behind in my.
Well, those are when I
text
sent them
messages.
yesterday and the day
Yeah,
before.
I was busy. 3 hours on the Belt Parkway yesterday.
Oh
yeah, there it is.
It's actually 11:30, not 12.
It does exist.
It
They
does
do
exist.
exist.
You are great. Hey, brother. I have a 20-30 minute appointment scheduled in Brooklyn on 110.
Would you like to go? With
Would
me?
you like to
And
go
look at
with me? Maybe.
Maybe,
Yeah, let me see.
yes.
Let me see what I got
No.
going on.
One
On
baby-
110,
baby hand.
wouldn't it be 111? 110 would be Tuesday. Did you
Yeah,
say
well, that's what I'm saying.
Always got to keep
I,
it handy.
I thought you just said next Wednesday.
Baby hand.
I like that you always have those at the ready.
Dude, these
perspe-
are.
The perspective is off.
I hate Nate
Here
so
you go.
much that I am always like, still four
I think,
fingers.
I think
Four
we
There it is,
fingers.
Dolph.
might-
There it is.
There it is.
Hmm.
I think we actually might love Nate at this point. in
Four
time.
fingers, no right hand. The arrow definitely doesn't have a stick on it.
My biggest problem with that
And she's got
actually is
4 fingers.
her mask and the fact that she looks like she's 95 with those
Yeah.
cheek lines.
Also,
Rafael said it's true.
question. This racing movie with Dom DeLuise told us that, yes, cannonballs can't... God, I gotta watch those again. Dun,
It is.
dun, dun! Captain Chaos!
I recreated it.
You did. You did, Jimmy. How did you do that? It was...
There it is.
Hey, did you guys?
But
did Jimmy
everything...
send
Yeah,
you
how
guys-
did you hide the thumb over it and all the 4 fingers are... Oh, I can't do it.
Did Jimmy send you guys the Instagram video that somebody made where it is the Muppets doing Sabotage by the Beastie Boys?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
no.
gotta be awesome.
Jimmy,
It
you
is
said
awesome.
that to me, right? It's the
Yeah.
Swedish Chef, Beaker, and Animal.
Animal.
as the-
Oh,
as
I
Beastie
gotta
Boys.
watch that.
It
That's
is
gotta be
so
awesome.
Freaking good.
Yeah, I'll watch
It is
that.
actually kind of amazing how you start watching their mouths and you're like, wow, these Muppets do seem like they're saying those words. And you're like, wait, all Muppet language looks like
Yeah.
this.
I have to ask, did you guys get the one that I sent you guys about the guy that goes, "Today's my birthday, and because it's my birthday, I get to show you my girlfriend."
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is
Yeah,
it
that
in
was
And
crazy.
everyone.
And then they keep on splitting it, and then you see the girl holding a sign like, "Please help," and her
No.
hands are bound.
Somebody sent me... No.
Yeah, you have a 911 operator receiving the call.
Yeah,
Cop
yeah.
dispatching.
That's crazy, that one.
It just kept going too. It was pretty
Yep,
genius.
it was funny. And then there's people outside the door. I'm coming in. Let her go.
I gotta send you... I saw this picture. It broke my face. It was so hard to look at. You gotta see this. You can't look at it. It's very hard to look at. It's a Steve Buscemi picture.
Oh no.
My face is broken.
It breaks
Any
your
picture
face.
he's not ready. If any picture he's not ready for is probably hard to look at.
It breaks your face. I'm telling you. I'll send it to you right now.
Wait,
Where
can
is it?
we talk about speaking of broken faces? Can we talk about the fact that Jeremy Renner got run over?
Broke everything.
Yeah,
Crazy.
He lost so much blood. Morbius had to bring him back.
Did Chris just give you a pity laugh on that one? Man,
Was it
that
dead?
was almost like a goat boy laugh.
Dead Star brought him back.
Uh,
The
The Beyonder
image is
had
already
something.
saved.
The Beyonder did something with it.
Forward. I want to forward this. Send to.
Jim, Aaron had all five
all five of the covers.
Yeah,
Which covers?
the X-Men ones.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you guys see that the Magneto cover I think is the most expensive of the covers now, or people just like that Magneto drawing?
Well, there's
let
one
me sign it.
I saw on cover price. There was one that was different than the rest of them. It had something joining, or it was a different color, or something like that. That was
Yeah, Jim, you have that one. This
Yeah.
This
There's
is the best edition where it's all of them together.
yeah.
There's the four A, B, C, D covers, and then there's the
Yeah,
wrap.
The fold out.
Good
Good
Yeah.
night, Michael. Thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, then the full wrap.
Thank you, Michael.
See you, Michael.
Gracias, Miguel.
You gotta say it like Kit.
Wow.
Goodbye, Michael.
Yeah, Kit was
Alright, Michael.
Kit was the guy from
Hi,
Magnum PI,
Michael.
right?
Yeah. Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World.
I think he just died, didn't he?
Mr. Feeney?
Yeah, Mr. Feeney.
No, he's a robot. He can't die.
Oh yeah, he's a
He's
Corvette.
a car.
He's a Corvette. He can't die.
Well, no, he wasn't a Corvette. Wasn't he a Trans Am? Wasn't
He was a
Oh,
Trans
that's
Am.
right. It was a Trans Am.
And car.
I'm not a car guy. Did I show you my thermos? I did, didn't I?
I don't remember seeing any thermoses.
Do you have a Knight Rider thermos?
No, I got this at Goodwill.
Ooh.
Whoa!
19,
Wait a
That's
second, is
from the-
Captain America black?
1978.
I was gonna say that's from a lunch pail that I see often that does not have the thermos.
Yeah, 1978. I gotta find the lunch pail. Or 76. Wow, it's
Yeah,
almost
76.
as old as I am.
Well, if I actually know where
Crazy.
I actually know where that lunch pail is locally without the thermos.
Oh yeah?
It's in a thrift store in Belfast.
How much?
I think it's $45 or something like that.
I'll
It's a
tell-
tin lunch pail.
I'll tell you what, if it's in decent enough condition, grab it and I'll pay you right back.
All right.
Go
It's
get it.
it's in the same thrift shop that has a bunch of masks from Collegeville Mask Company, which is like where Jim and I grew up
Nice.
in Collegeville, Pennsylvania. No, not
That-
Collegeville Flag, right, Jim?
Does
Collegeville
Macklemore
Flag.
frequent said thrift shop?
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da.
Somebody actually brought that up, Jay's Collegeville. Yeah, there was a guy on Instagram. He collects old vintage
In box.
Halloween masks, and he has like some of the original casts of Frankenstein and the Wolfman and all that stuff.
I just want to
And he
Don
actually
Post
had-
Agatha.
He actually had a sign from Collegeville Flag, and he said this was one of the coolest places to go to for any kind of Halloween merchandise.
You know what's really interesting? Jim, I never set foot in that place.
Neither did I.
We grew up there, and I never went in there.
And everybody always went there for their Halloween.
Their Halloween
costumes.
costumes, yeah.
Automan and Cursor. Yeah, that does ring a bell. What is Automan and Cursor? Is that a TV show?
Automan and Cursor.
That does
They're
sound
from my
familiar.
dreams
Was that
that
a
I'm
TV
about
show?
to have. 'Cause it's night. It's time for me to go to bed.
Was that from Mask?
Boom, chicky boom, boom, chicky
Automan
boom.
and Cursor.
Christopher, you're like you gave us an extra 54 minutes.
Yeah,
I did?
Yeah, I thought I remembered this. It's like Tron, exactly.
Well, yeah, I did say 10:30.
You quoted us at 10:30.
Well, I couldn't go. I was having too much fun.
Yes.
Now I'm not, so screw you guys.
So today I was out of my office talking to one of my colleagues, and I came back in the office and I forgot that my daughter shares my Spotify playlist or my Spotify account, and she had liked the parody song "Farting in the USA." That's a parody of Miley Cyrus's "Party in the USA." So in my workplace today, I was blasting "Farting in the USA" from my
Nice.
office.
That's awesome.
I'm fairly certain that was her intentions.
as far as parodies go, it's not the worst song ever. It's certainly, I mean, it's not Weird Al level, but it's not bad.
The Weird Al version is "Party in the CIA."
Yeah. Now I can tell you that if our dad was alive and had heard farting in the USA, he probably would have died after he had heard that, because he would have literally laughed himself to death. There was few things that he liked more than farts in songs. So he would have had a real hard time.
I think I shot myself.
He would have gone into his dolphin laugh that he did, where he stopped making noise because he was laughing that hard.
Crumbs, you like the Big Bad Toy Store, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the Cobra Commander helmet that they're selling
Oh no.
on pre-order? I might have to get it.
But you were done with the statues.
No, not statues. You know my
The
helmet, my
helmet.
helmet collection up
Oh,
there.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
anybody who hasn't seen my helmet collection, let me spin the camera around so you get.
I only have Mandalorian helmets. That's it.
I have
Mando.
let's
I have
see.
5.
That is
I have 5.
the helmet collection over the fish tank.
That's
I
right.
Jim-
use Cobra Commander could go up there nicely.
Jim Griff got a Art of Mando book yesterday,
Oh, I bet
Yeah?
that's nice.
Season 1 or
Mando.
season 2?
season 2,
Season 4. It predicts the future.
with the crate dragon in it.
Bum bum bum.
It also predicts next time the Cubs win the World Series.
Which is quite a few years in the distance. Another funny random Penn State thing today. We have to look at approved caterers if we want to buy food for Penn State events, and these poor local companies have to renew this like every single year. But we do have some Penn State caterers where we basically like buy from ourselves. And I was looking today at when they had to renew their thing, and it was in the year 2834.
Hell of a contract.
I said to my friend Christine, I was like, Christine, did you see that Penn State has bought themselves 800 years on this policy? And she's like, what? She's like, oh, that must be a typo. I was like, look at every one of the actual Penn State caterers.
lot
She's
of
like, oh my
typos.
God. They've given themselves all 826 years to renew this thing.
That's
I was like,
awesome. That is so cool.
funny.
So I hope they get notified when it's up for renewal.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so.
I would have
That's
forgotten.
gonna
by
come
then.
on you. That's gonna come on you before you know it.
Yeah.
I hope they get notified where in the year 2834 you just touch your head and somebody else knows
Right.
that you need them to do something.
A little blue guy comes out of your eye.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, I'm done with this malarkey.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too. I'm tired.
Give us 58 minutes.
Good seeing you guys. And everybody, thanks for being in the chat. Rafaus, good talking to you, man.
Christopher,
Bye.
let me know about the collection.
Bye, Rafaus.
Super-
Oh, let me know about Tuesday.
All right, I will.
Bye, Internet.
Good night,
Yeah, I'll
guys.
definitely let you know, Jason.
Bye.